Hey, Vinny, guess what? You have 6 days, my 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 senile old bastard buddy. You have six you have 6 days, which at the rate that you sleep 2.5 hours per night. So that 6 times 2.5, that's you'll have about 10 hours of sleep. All of course with AEW and smart move, you stupid idiot. You said you're trying to you're trying to screw around with Fox. You understand that you they wanted NXT, but you wanted NXT is gonna go off the NFT. You want NXT off, and you want them to go to to the WWE network, but you want NXT to go to to NBC Universal when you not only promised you not only promised Fox SmackDown, but you promised Fox NXT, and you and 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 thanks to my 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 friend, the person that you send cease and desist letters to all the time, JD from New York, told me that at you took a swing at Paul. What, are you stupid? Look, I know I know I know he's 48, but you're 74 and you're losing your mental faculties, and you call Stephanie a bitch? We this might not only be be the destruction of the WWE, but if you don't sell, I'm telling you, this will be the destruction of the McMahon family, because and you got mad because Stephanie and Paul said that they won't ki- ki- kiss your ass anymore. Of course, Paul won't, because he's his own he's his own man, and you're gonna take NXT away from him. NXT is the the one true brand that you guys have that's worth a damn. I know I don't watch it because I refuse to buy the 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 NXT, I mean the WWE network. But when I had it outside of the archive, NXT was the only thing that was decent to watch, because it was all a bunch of It was all a bunch of ass kick, Vince McMahon ass kicking and backslapping that you demanded people give you. Like I told you before, I won't ever kiss your ass, but I will kick it. And I will slap you in the back, but the slap that I give you will knock you off your proverbial feet. Look, and I wouldn't be so, well, you're gonna do this, Charlotte. I mean, and honest to God, when, when, when they're, when they're, when they're off, when they're off, when they're off the clock, will you let them use their last names for God's sake? I know you have this this insane WWE rule where you have to have them in character 24/7. But Jesus Christ, man. And and you're not and you're not the no chance in hell character Vince McMahon. No, Mr. McMahon. What you are is a frail Mr. You are Mr. McMahon, but the 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 Mr. McMahon that you like to project, you ain't. You like to project the the Vince McMahon character. I'll chew your asshole and spit it out. And you can't tell me what to do, and fuck anybody that does. But let me tell you something. If you screw with if you screw with those if you screw with those two, and and as for Shane, as for Shane, he's a he's he's a he's a he's a lost cause, Shane McMahon. What are you? You're almost 50 years old, and you haven't done except for these 7 years. You're you're back to the way you were when you were 41, 42, 43, still 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 sucking off daddy. What are you? You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself, you hermaphroditical parasite. Shane McMahon, I'm talking to now. And as far as Vince McMahon, I predict 8 months, either one or both of these things will happen. The whole McMahon family will fall apart, and or the WWE will fall apart when you launch the XFL, which will be pretty soon. I cannot wait for you to launch the XFL because not even you can do that stuff with what you're gonna need. Anyway, this 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 is a mini podcast, by the way. I'll forget about that. This is a podcast. So, my advice to you, for the good of your family, if you give a damn, let the let because because the Fox people, from what I've been able to individually ver, verify, is so pissed that they're considering launching filing a $50 billion penalty against you and taking back all their money. And as far as NBC Universal goes, the only thing halfway decent on there is SVU, and that's the only thing that I watch on there that's halfway decent as far as entertainment goes. And well, I do watch the Chrisleys too. But as for the Miz and Mrs. and as for the Bella Twins and Total Divas and all that crap, anything WWE related is a whole bunch of crap. Like JD says. And as JD has been saying, I pray on my grandfather's grave that before before you die, you see the self-destruction of the WWE. Which, if you continue acting the way that you're acting, you that 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 will be dead by February the 1st, 2020, at the earliest, and March 1st, 2020 at the latest. I know that's only a month in between, but that's the way it is with that. And I'm sorry, Max, that you won't be it was a good idea. It was a good idea for you to pull out of the ECW pay per view with 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 the with the with the with the elbow infection that you have, because you don't want to wrestle and pick up Mercer, and because Mercer is serious shit. People die from that. People die from that shit. And Renee Paquette, because I refuse to call her by her WWE name. Renee Paquette doesn't deserve to be a 35-year-old widow. And you guys have just been married a couple of years. And Mr. Khan, Cody, and the and Cody, Hangman Page, the Young Bucks, get ready to kick get ready to kick WWE's ass. Believe you me, if I could walk, I would be right there on Friday. I would be leaving. I would be I would be leaving. I would be leaving. I would I would be leaving Boston on Tuesday and there by Friday if I could. But I can't, so I wish I could, but I can't. So so that's that in a wrestling podcast.